It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's class valedictorian, Sophia Padua. At this time, everybody get your tissues out, okay?
I need to get my tissues out right now. Faith. It does not make things easy. It makes them possible. Luke chapter 1, verses 37. This verse rested comfortably on the back of our class sweatshirt. But it was only until now that I truly understood its message. Our faith is always something in which we can rely. But that doesn't necessarily mean that faith is the answer to everything. Rather, it's that glimmer of hope in the darkness. From the beginning of our St. Patrick's journey, faith has been a constant foundation. Our parents had faith in St. Pat's, which educates children about God, along with the necessary skills and knowledge for success in our futures. They could have transferred us elsewhere because of tuition expenses, conflicts, or relationships, but they didn't. They had faith in God, in the school, and most importantly, they had faith in us. For that, I say thank you, Mom, Dad, and every other loving parent that has helped raise fine women and men. Through our journey at St. Pat's, we've had many motivating teachers who have helped us along the way, guiding us with their own faith. 9 years ago, we first learned about God through Mrs. Moriarty and Mrs. Meyer in our kindergarten classrooms. Perhaps our 6-year-old selves brush it off as something bigger than ourselves, as something that we didn't understand, and that's okay. We were only 6 years old after all. As we got older, we started to understand what our teachers were talking about. Wearing pretty white dresses and dapper tuxes, we had our first communion. Yay! We could eat in church now. But still, we didn't really know what was going on, with multiplication tables and banana tag racking our brains. We tried our best and had faith in the future that everything would sort itself out. Finally, we made it to 6th grade. Our egos grew with each step we took on that staircase. Sure, there were conflicts, but with the help of Miss Coughlin and Mrs. Hartman's long talks and lectures, we started to gain our own faith. Perhaps it was the fact that we started to comprehend the Holy Trinity and what church really meant for us. But despite everything, we gained faith in our grade. Through Astro Camp, drama plays, team activities with coach, and fashion shows, our grade created a dynamic like no other. We became the class of 2020. The next year, we entered junior high. Sure, we were scared, but at least we had each other. Mrs. Spurberg and Miss Kramer welcomed us with open arms, and we realized that we really didn't have anything to worry about in the first place. Our junior high teachers filled us with their passion, faith, and oh, so many Bible verses, but we managed to get through it all. Through science dissections, CYPs, and pranking Mr. Burke, 7th grade came to an end, and 8th grade loomed ahead. 8th grade, woo! It's been quite an unconventional year. In the beginning, we were ecstatic. new and old faces were etched into our grade as we adjusted to a new, slightly more mature dynamic. Each day, we were greeted by Miss Dubriel's energy and Mr. Burke's groovy music, both sometimes a bit too much for a Monday morning. But quickly, we fell into the role of leaders of the school, with tiny kinder buddies and issued sweatshirts. Our buddies reminded us of just how old we all were, as we taught them about our faith, school, and everyday life, things that we were once taught so long ago. Imagine, that was us 9 years ago. We found ourselves hyped for a treat, giddy and excited to escape reality and social constructs for just one day. Team bonding and uncooked chicken attacked us on our first day, while the Olympics and emotional talks hit at night. The campfire illuminated our tear-filled faces as we realized this is it. Late night feels truly hit as we each opened up and listened. We each got to know each other a tiny bit better, awing me that even after 9 years, I barely knew my class. After this day, we came back to school emotionally and physically exhausted, bandanas shining brightly, and unity for all to see. We gained faith in our class and in ourselves, while our teachers smiled in satisfaction. And even though a historical pandemic hit, one that we all brushed off at first, we made it. With FaceTime, Zoom, and texting, our grade still kept its unbreakable bond and grew even closer. Right now, I stand proud in front of my class of 2020, heartbroken, but thankful. I'm heartbroken because we missed out on so many important activities. Heartbroken because we missed out on so much time spent together. Heartbroken because all I want is just to hug you all one last time. But yet, I'm thankful. Thankful that we get the chance to stand here, face masks and all, together again. Thankful that our parents have helped this much. Thankful that we had our teachers to guide us through our 9 years. Thankful that we had each other as a grade. Thankful for our many different forms of faith. Here's one of my favorite quotes. But what we can do, as flawed as we all are, is still see God in other people and do our best to help them find their own grace. That's what I strive to do. That's what I pray to do every day. Barack Obama's words come back to us, the future. We're about to venture off into a new chapter of life. High school. Our job as the future generation is to make a change. We have to stand up for our rights, for our beliefs, and most importantly, for our faith. As cheesy as it is, we have to be the best version of ourselves. And even when we're in times of need, we always have our St. Pat's Faith Foundation to carry us wherever we go. Faith. It does not make things easy, it makes them possible. Yes, it makes them possible. And we are the ones who will make that change. Oh, the places we'll go. Please be careful. I love you all, my graduating class of 2020. Adventure awaits. We got this.